Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I go by Dark Mage. Today we'll be working on a pop-up modal for mobile applications. It also works with the same logic for web modals. So to get started, we'll start with a new file. I've named mine a pop-up. Then I select my frame. We'll be using our default frame, the iPhone 11 Pro or X. Then I'll have to add my grid. I use 8 for my grid, then I'm going to use 24 for margin and 8 for gutter. I'm going to duplicate this to create a header, even though we won't be going deep into header. Then I'm going to make this 100. I'm just going to put header here. And then increase to 32. Then centralize, move it here, and we now have our header. The next thing we want to do is to create something that allows us to have a modal. So let me start with this. Let me create this, a rectangle. And then I'll be making it, let's say 16 for border radius. Then put a text here. Let's say Nike shoes. I'm going to be reducing this to 16. Then I'll make this medium, Nike shoes. Then I'll put the price tag, or rather, let me put the price tag here. So this will be, let's say 150. Okay, then I'll create a button that says add to cart. Put this in the middle. Then Shift A to create an auto layout. Put this in the middle. Then 22 and 11. I'll put a fill behind. And let's select a color. Let's go with blue. A little bit of blue. I'm going to make this white. Okay. So I want to give this a border radius of 16 also. Now we have this button. But it seems too big, so I'm making this a 14. Okay. So this is just for illustration purposes. Now I'll have this. Right click, select Unsplash. So I'll be going for, let's see whether we can find Nike. Any Nike shoe, yeah. And we did. So voila, we have our Nike shoe. Then Shift A, rename the frame to the name. Then I'm going to rename this to button. I like having my frames named. Okay, so we'll select this and this to create. We're going to name this as text. So I want this to be 16. Then select this image and this, and Shift A. So item. Okay, so we now have this. So I'll copy this item, Ctrl D, and we now have this. So to create a modal, I select my text. This item has been added to your cart successfully. So we're going to make this irregular. Then I'll right click to select iconify. Then I'm going to do check. I'll be using the icon from Carbon. Select this, then import my icon, put it up here. Then I want to reduce this. Okay, then make the text align center. Then select the boat, hit Shift A. Then I'll rename this pop-up. So this is my pop-up. Then I add a fill behind, select the text inside, make it use 21 for my color. Then here, put this in the middle. I don't want this much spacing, so I'm going to reduce it to 16. Not bad. Then put this horizontal padding 24, vertical padding 24. We now have this. Then I want to make it have a border radius. Then change the selection color from black to green to show success. Okay, and we're good to go. Now the next thing we'll do is to go to our prototype. I select on add to cart, then connect this node to my pop-up. So I want, when I tap on it, I want it to open overlay. Once it opens overlay, I want my overlay to be centered. I want when I click on the outside of my mobile, the overlay closes. And also, I want it to add a background behind the overlay to give it this dark feeling. Then I change this to 40. Then my animation, I want it to dissolve. So I'm going to be going with ease in and out. You can go whatever you want. Then I want this to be 1000 milliseconds. You are free to use whatever you want to use up here. Then when I click on this, I want the overlay to close. So I want after delay, close overlay. So I want after 1500 milliseconds for the overlay to close. So, and we now have our pop-up. When I play this, and you see we have our mobile app. Then when I add to cart, this item has been added to your cart successfully. So that is it, how to create the pop-up modal. You could play around with this, add new things, create more things with what you've learned. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, and share.